attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off, Izuku Midoriya. He has just had a run-in with a demon. And, surprise surprise, it was a bit more than Midoriya thought he could bargain for. Midoriya's fight with it did somewhat leave him exhausted. Midoriya could not move most of his body, and the limbs that he used to attack with the amount of power he stole have been rendered temporarily useless. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, his body is so exhausted. It quite literally shut down operations because it thought he would die. Now, his body is conflicted, whether or not if it's immortal or if it's still mortal, because of his pain receptors. That is why this instance happened. Now, with that being said, we will cut to Izuku Midoriya. He is currently just sitting down in the backseat of a car, trying to catch his breath, while at the same time looking over to see the briefcase. So, he called Yaoyorozu because she was the first name that he heard mentioned. Shit. It's also because of his own little bit of a history with her. Damn it, but how am I going to explain all this? If there's anything in there about the Demon Clan, I might as well be done for. She's probably going to take it as a practical joke. Or probably even just stop talking to me. Hell, everyone would probably just laugh at me with this evidence. But, as Midoriya thinks, he doesn't necessarily have to lie. Sure, this isn't everything in the briefcase, but if there's something in there about the Demon Clan, he can just take it out. That way it at least looks like it was something normal. Now, Midoriya picks up the briefcase with his left hand, setting it onto his lap, and trying to undo the latches on it. As soon as he does, he opens it, beginning to try and look through some of this information. The man in the front seat looking at Midoriya, as Midoriya looks up. Did you have a question, sir? Yes, I actually did. Is there a reason why Miss Yaoyorozu especially requested for your pickup? Well, I'm not too certain, but I believe that whatever is in this briefcase might hold a bit of an answer. The man who attacked me, he was possessed. I'm not too sure who he was talking to, but before I walked up, someone handed him this. Or, crap, did they hand it to him or... Damn it. My head's still ringing from earlier. That guy was strong. Listen, it doesn't matter right now, but I think that there's sufficient evidence in this briefcase to suggest Momo Yaoyorozu is in danger. Understood, sir. Now, the guy keeps his eyes on the road. And there's that energy Midoriya has in the back. The look on his face. He went from looking more smug than in the picture to stone-faced. His eyes are serious, his face is serious, and his mouth is serious. He's not even trying to hide a smile. He is completely just stone cold. And he begins to look through it. There's a few files, and he's just reading off some of the things they say. Locations, places, people, and even one that states possible targets. Setting some of the ones aside, opening up others and trying to look through them. Now, Midoriya spends at least a couple minutes doing this. He is able to at least pull apart most of the files, at least the ones he believes have most of the strange information. He pulled out some locations that seemed a bit more ominous looking. It didn't seem like they fit, either pictures of mountain ranges or places out in the forest. He removed those pictures, locations, and even names. Now, he put these all into their own little file, and as soon as he was able to, he just did one single thing. He set them on the seat, and just slid them underneath. Now, as Midoriya did that, he was still piecing through a bit of it, and they just pulled up to the Yaoyorozu estate. Midoriya only has a few minutes. Him quickly just running through the files. Anything that looks odd, he removes. Anything that looks strange, he removes. Crap. Now, as soon as they do pull up, Midoriya skims through the last file and is able to actually catch a picture. This picture looked peculiar, especially because the man on picture was this man. Now, Midoriya didn't think it was very odd, but he took it out just in case. As soon as he did, he put the picture in his pocket. And the door opened. Now, Midoriya, that was too close. Alright. Excuse me, sir. Are you able to stand by your own? No, I might need some help. Now, Momo Yaoyorozu. She watches as Izuku Midoriya, the man who can heal from anything, is currently limping out of a car. Now, as soon as Midoriya is onto his feet, he has the briefcase in his hands, saying he believes everything that they need is in here, as he is helped up the stairs. And Momo does actually try and get a few answers. So what happened? How did you do this? I was fighting with the guy. To be honest, he knocked my jaw off with one solid punch, then slit my throat with his bare fingertips. What? Is that really possible? I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. He dipped. He got out of dodge as soon as I took the guy down. The guy he possessed. Wait, he stole someone's body? Yeah. Ironically, this reminds me of an old movie from the 80s. Well, which ones? Good point. A bunch of shitty remakes. But listen, I'm not too sure why he's after you. All I know is, whenever I was walking down the same street, I heard a conversation. A car pulled up, I listened in. I was kinda curious, especially since that guy was walking a wrong direction. What are you talking about? Well, either this guy's really dedicated to his job, or he was going somewhere else. Going somewhere else? I don't know. But listen, Midoriya began to make up a little bit of a lie. The guy acted suspicious whenever he was around him, and he followed him. Eventually, this is what he found. So, just take a look. Eventually, both of them are inside. Midoriya is helped into a seat, and Yaoyorozu does open the briefcase. What they find is quite interesting. Midoriya begins to at least take out some of the other files that he thought were safe. And as soon as he does grab one, he immediately opens it, wanting to skim through it. Before, using his left hand and grabbing a file he knows is clean, and telling Momo that she should probably get started too. Now, Momo stares at this file. Yaoyorozu. Okay. So, what is this? I don't know. I didn't look at any of this stuff, but I'm not too sure what we're going to find. Now, Midoriya, him and Momo, they look throughout these files. Momo is somewhat horrified at what she's seeing in her own file, or the Yaoyorozu file. It is pictures of her father, her, and her mother. Her mother is too busy, and so is her father. And it's quite weird. Especially because some of these photos look like they're from this year. Even then, they look like they're from last week. Her mother was out of town and in Italy. And, sure enough, the language in the background on a sign is Italian. And then there's something even creepier. There's a photo of her lying in her own bed. And there's the angle. It was clearly taken from the other side of the glass window, or the glass door leading outside in her room. But that's on the second story. That just got a whole lot creepier. Now, as Midoriya is looking through, he flips through a page. And the look on his face already can show anger. This creep. What is it? Well, take a look at this. Midoriya just tossing the file down. A bunch of pictures scattering and going out of order. And it's quite surprising. Whoever this sicko is, well, they're after somebody. They're targeting somebody, but they don't know who it is. Look at this. Every picture here, doesn't it look familiar? Wait, all these locations. Does this guy just stay there and wait? Now, as Midoriya is flipping through some, he flips through a couple photos. Wait a minute. He knows this one. He's in this one. Midoriya just brings up the photo. It's a pink girl with a shiner on her face. He knows who this girl is. If he's right, this girl was called Mina Ashido. They ran into each other at an outfit shop whenever he was looking for something. Just before we met. Wait, so he's targeting both of us? I don't know. But look across all the photos. He's targeting any young woman. But why is that? Okay. You have to think. Elaine, or the doll, not Elaine. The doll said that the guy was looking for goddess blood. Goddess. Goddess implies a female nature. So, this bastard thinks that there's a goddess on Earth. But why would it be somebody young? Wouldn't they be someone more older? Or do they retain their youth for that long? Crap. More questions are starting to be raised, and there's not even a single answer. Now, with that being said, Momo is thoroughly creeped out. Along with the fact that Midoriya, whenever he does actually go to pick up a file, Momo grabs it. and begins to look at it. Surprise, surprise. There are a few more pictures. In fact, it seems like there's more. There's a picture of Midoriya at his house. There's a picture of a few more people. Ochako Yuyuraka, Mina Ashido, Toga Hagakure, you name it. Even the girl Midoriya saved, the girl Midoriya fought, and even the girl Midoriya met at the outfit shop. The one who was talking with him at the counter. So you're telling me everyone in this town is a suspect? Okay. This is thoroughly pissing me off. Now, as Midoriya is skimming through a lot of these, one thing becomes clear. There is a picture that is marked with a yellow marker. Midoriya grabbing it and picking it up. At a first glance, this picture looks empty, since it's basically just a bunch of, well, background shots. However, that's just it. You need to look a bit closer at it. And what do you see? You see a picture of an invisible girl. That's just it. So, this guy is a special interest target. And Midoriya looks at the back side of it. Toru Hagakure. Age 14. Reasons for suspicion. You do not know what she looks like, so it is possible that she is hiding her identity. Now, Midoriya, that alone is enough to get his attention. So, this girl is clearly going to be targeted. Then, there's whenever he picks up a picture of Momo. Quirk, creation. Name, Momoya Yorozu. Suspicion. The girl can create any object out of inorganic matter. The series of how she creates these are unknown, but it gives reasonable suspicion into his own theory about this young woman. Now, this is quite intriguing. Toru Hagakure and Momoya Yorozu are both marked as the most suspicious girls in town. That can't be right. Midoriya? Yeah? I have a question. What is it? How far do you think this guy got? Well, think about it like this. As far as I know, I saw Midoriya saying this girl earlier this morning, so she is safe. From looking through a lot of these files, I can at least tell you one thing. We don't have the whole story, but you are targets. So is this other girl. So, whatever happens, this guy is probably coming after both of you. And he knows for a fact that me and you have met before. And that I'm probably here right now. Shit. What do you mean by that? Think about it. He knows where you live and he knows where most of the people in these files live. Meaning, he has her address. Now, Midoriya goes to try and stand up. As soon as he does, he's able to actually at least get onto his feet. However, he is still wobbling, and he does go to make it to the door. As soon as he lets go of the couch with his left hand, he barely makes it 2 to 3 steps, before almost falling over onto his knees. And Momo tries to instruct him. They need to just call the police. To which Midoriya states that this situation is far too advanced for the police. Trust him. The guy they're dealing with can jump into bodies. So, who's to say once they turn all the evidence over, it doesn't just get lit up in flames in an evidence locker, or suddenly go missing. Besides, if there's even a chance we can let this sicko gets into police custody, as he says, he'd have access to an entire department of police officers. He can probably jump into a police chief and order one of them to be arrested. He can have suspicions. He can just start rounding people up and taking them in until he finds who he needs. Think about it. I know it doesn't sound right, Momo, but we need to find this girl. Besides, I myself need to get this bastard. He cannot be let to walk free. If he walks free, the entire demon clan walks free. And I cannot let that happen. This is bullshit. I couldn't even tell him my actual reasons for all this. Shit. Now, Momo does actually help Midoriya get onto his feet. And Midoriya states that he's very sorry. He knows that this was all quite a lot, and that, well, the first time they met they were supposed to be training. Instead, they're basically trying to debunk a serial killer. How do you know he's a serial killer? Well, think about it like this. This seems to be like an obsession. Either we're catching this guy too early, or we're catching him just before he gets started. Besides, think about it like this. We don't know how many other towns he's been to. And, from the look of the man, he might have just been new in town. I don't know. I didn't see him get off of a train. Or get out of a car. The guy was walking, so he intended to meet somebody here. Which means this is bigger than we think. Interesting. Okay, I can somewhat see your theories. But even then, you can't go out there like this. Says who? Says your own body, Midoriya. If you go out there like this, you are going to pass out from exhaustion. Yaoyorozu, Midoriya says, going to stand back up onto his feet, being able to actually get on them, saying that if he was going to pass out, he would have done it a long time ago. Besides, pain is nothing to him anymore. In fact, he welcomes it now. It's the only thing that can assure him. Midoriya closing his right hand into a fist, saying that he is still alive. It shows him that he's not insane and he's not a monster. Besides, I know what true monsters look like. What are you talking about? Later, Yaoyorozu. Midoriya going to leave, being able to get to the door. Now, he still has the picture in his pocket, and he slides the one of Toru Hagakure into his pocket as well, trying to get outside. Okay, so they need to make sure that this girl is alright. Okay, come on, Midoriya, one foot in front of the other. You can try and get back to the car, probably buy it off the guy. Hire the driver, give him a couple thousand yen, doesn't matter. Probably throw 100 yen, 100,000 yen his way, just to take you somewhere. That's it. Then you could probably get Elaine. Elaine, the doll. Damn it, that's not her name. She's not Elaine. Shit. Now, as Midoriya is thinking that, while he is walking through the wall. Or walking through the hall, not the wall. I completely messed up that sentence. Eventually, Momo does catch up to him. And she grabs him by his arm, saying, "Come on. I'll tell you one thing. You might be, well, stubborn, but your drive is admirable. Let's go. Thanks, Yaoyorozu. Don't think of me. Besides, if this guy is stalking me and can get onto my property, we're going to have to beef up security around here. This isn't just a personal matter. This is putting every single person in town at stake. But why is he trying to target teenagers? This makes no sense. Now, whenever Momo does get Midoriya out back to the car, Midoriya actually does sit in the back seat. And so does Momo. As soon as Midoriya got into the back seat, he immediately does one thing. Covering the file underneath his shoe, or covering the file on the ground underneath the seat with his shoe, and somewhat sliding it back under, using his shoe to press down on it to make sure it does not slide out during the drive. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, he then does one thing. He just relaxes for a second, trying to get his breath even, and his body relaxed. As they drive across town, they eventually arrive at this young girl's home. And, sure enough, the address is the same. Now, Midoriya, as soon as he does get out of the car, him and Momo get ready. Midoriya just asking Momo if she can make a weapon. Depends. What kind of weapon? Are you talking about like a sword, a staff? I was kind of referring to a gun. A gun? Why would you want a gun? So I can shoot this asshole in case he is here. Shoot him? Why? Because this is a matter of life and death, Yaoyorozu. Can you make a gun or not? Fine. But just know this. As soon as we're done, we need to destroy it. Sure, fine. Yaoyorozu making Midoriya a gun. She makes him, well, a .44 revolver. Now, Midoriya then does at least slide it into his back pocket, or at least back into his waistband. And as they do walk up, Midoriya clicks on the button, ringing the doorbell. As soon as it does happen, the door swings open and an invisible man can be seen. Yes. Hello? Are you friends of my daughter? Sir. I believe no. But we did have some questions for her. Do you mind if we speak to her for a second? Sure. Her dad quickly stating to Toru that some people are here to talk with her. Now, she eventually does walk out, and she immediately screams whenever she sees Midoriya, running over and basically informing her dad that this just isn't somebody. This is the famous actor she's talked about. The movie that she wanted to go see just came out. Now, eventually they do pull her aside and ask her if she's seen anything strange. Now, she doesn't really say anything. She's kind of just, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened. But whenever they try and point out that has she seen anything weird lately, anyone following her, anyone taking pictures, nothing really comes up. However, there's something Midoriya is seeing. This girl, she's basically letting off a glow of magic. It's weird. So, she's just like some of those other people he's seen. This is strange. Is this why she's a prioritized target? No, it's not coming off of Yaoyorozu, though. If Yaoyorozu was prioritized because of this, particular magical trait. It would make sense. But Toru's prioritized because of something else. Crap. Now, with that being said, the giant man, or this guy, I forgot his name, he actually is watching what is going on. Midoriya is standing directly there in the door. And as soon as they are done talking, they eventually do get back in the car. Now, the guy just watches as Midoriya and Yaoyorozu do drive off. Now, he decides to leave this alone. So, apparently, she may not be his target. She was prioritized, but apparently it seems like she knows nothing. Huh. Reincarnation. Damn it. Was she not a goddess? She's brimming with magical power. But if that young man cannot see it, then there's no way she can be one. Possible? No. From what he's seen, that young boy can regenerate. It's a wonder that he's still alive. He swore he saw 2 of his limbs get blown off. Damn it. Then there's the way the kid talks. He is so sure of himself. It's almost like he's... No. No. This can't be. The kid knew about the fairies. This all makes sense now. This just confirms it. This boy is the immortal. This boy must have drank in the fountain of youth. No wonder it was gone. If they had that fountain's power, they could have revived the entire demon clan in one swift move. Damn it. So this kid's responsible for it then. But how is he still aging then? The forest must have disappeared years ago. Well then, I guess I should just watch his movements for now. Otherwise he will find me. Now, with that being said, I do believe that that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. Now,